Hello and welcome to episode 348 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B, joined in studio by Bronel, Harv, and Canoop. On this episode, no tournament to recap, so Bronel's prepared trivia for us, which should be hilarious as always, because our golf
it's tough on the
knowledge.
spot.
I'm just hoping you guys can get like one.
Well, that's going to
each.
be my question: is scale of 1 to 10 hardness? Where are we at?
Tough. Okay,
Oh,
so I'm
boy.
going to get 1 out of 10, yep. Harv's prepared making the cut, as always. We got lots of news that we're going to lead with. Obviously, no tournament, so we got news to talk about. But before we get into all that, we want to thank our sponsors, Player Golf, PLYRGolf.com. Use the promo code Drive the Green for 20% off. But today's Cyber Monday. It is Cyber 40 for 40% off. It's not too late if you hear this late tonight. I don't know if it's going to be there Tuesday because it's not Cyber Monday anymore. So then you use the promo code Drive the Green. Or you go mystery box way because those are still on for steep discounts. We're also members of the Callaway family. We'll get to it in our weeks, but we had a chance to go to Canoop's on Thanksgiving and swing the sticks, which was fun. We tried the Bryson 100-yard challenge.
Didn't go, but
Yeah, you weren't there, no. We'll discuss that here shortly. We're also members of proud drinkers of Churchill Brewing beverages. I brought some mowers over for the boys tonight, so we got some from my stash. So we're having mowers again. Canoop's having some rancid simple syrup in his old-fashioned that Bronel made a couple months ago. Hopefully you
Can't
don't
wait.
get sick.
it's literally sugar and water mixed.
Okay. No, we'll wait.
No, wait for your
we'll
week.
wait.
Yeah, well,
And last but not least, we're proud members of the Mecklenburg Financial Group family, where they will look after all of your personal finance, business insurance, business group benefits, you name it, they cover it. Reach out to Rich and the boys at Mecklenburg Financial Group to get you looked after. Who wants to go first in their week?
Canoop does.
Canoop's
so you can talk
itching to
about
Did we
go
those.
talk
there.
about Callaway? Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
Personalized balls?
Oh,
Sorry,
right.
I-
Yes.
I just
Sorry.
blanked out.
That deal is still on.
Yes.
Free personalization with purchase of
Yes.
balls. So reach out to your local Callaway rep, and they will hook you up with not only balls, but whatever the hell you want to put on them.
Elite.
The downfall to personalization is that if you lose them, they know whose
yeah,
they are.
that's very true.
It's the one downfall. You have to just get your own number on there. Don't put in like the name stuff, or a logo's cool. Put a logo on there.
Yeah.
Maybe just a logo that you understand, that anyone that picks it up, but don't put like Matty B on there
No.
and
be nice.
lose a bunch.
Some people put like their phone number on there, don't they? So that if
If lost,
find
call.
them, yeah,
Or
you-
if found, call.
Text
I mean
me-
they're your property.
Yeah.
Why
I would
should
put
you
on there-
return them to that person?
point.
Text me and tell me where you
You
found
bought 'em.
this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you lost your bike, you would expect someone to
Yeah.
call and give it back to you. Or your dog.
If you lost a dozen Pro Vs on the course, that's similar cost to a bike. You know.
These days.
Good point.
Yeah, free personalization is
point.
not a bad deal.
Yeah.
I don't have much. We did put up our decorations inside the house, so it is a very festive now.
Yes.
So on this pod, Bronel gets a lot of shit from you and I
'Cause he's a Grinch?
We came here one time, and both got sick after because he made us an
Old-fashioned.
old-fashioned.
Was
So you
Even
put
though
it-
I had an
the
old
can-
fashioned and didn't get sick.
Well,
Iron
your
guts.
gut is used to it. That's why.
Used to what?
And
I
then
never
we
had
had
those.
6-month-old
So-
simple syrup.
We narrowed it down to the reason, and it was the simple syrup. So over the weekend, I was kind of craving an old fashioned, and I don't have any simple syrup of my own. So I was looking up a recipe because I've never made it before. Super simple, but
It's right in the
I
name.
want to read
That is
you.
simple for sure.
I want to read you a passage out of the instructions.
Oh, this
okay.
is good. This is going to be good.
Uh,
Don't leave in fridge for more than
Step
1
4.
week.
Pour into clean jar and seal with a tight-fitting lid. Store in the refrigerator for up to 1 month.
The
That's
stuff we're
exactly why we're getting sick all the time. That's probably a year
all
old.
the time. All the time.
so that simple syrup that we're using tonight, or you're using tonight,
Yes.
I used last week, was made on October 15th.
Yeah.
Those directions that they give on those are absolutely lowballed too. Like
Just
you
like
know,
Those are
milk.
just guidelines or what?
no, not milk. That's a different ballpark. But like, if you see an expiration date on something non-dairy, usually you have
Yeah.
more than that.
Like if you're my dad,
Yeah.
my dad, so my wife, if we have expired salad dressing, she'll just like put it in like a bag and take it over to my parents' house because my dad will he doesn't care about any expiration dates except for milk. And even then, he has the sniff test and he's like, well, if it's not chunky, it's not bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's one of those
that.
guys. Oh, man.
If it doesn't smell sour and there's no chunks in it, like it's fine.
The thing I don't understand is how does sour cream have one? Like, 'cause sour cream can get chunky, but it's sour. It reeks no matter what. It gets a film
Yeah,
on
but it
top.
gets like moldy.
Yeah, like, because there's times that I've done sour cream. It's like I open the lid and it's like a week before expiry day. I'm like, smells bad.
It's already bad. It's
Yeah.
sour cream.
That's what I mean.
It's like cheese.
How do you know? But good for you, Canoe.
Hey.
Now we have a
Good for
Now we
him.
know.
yeah
now we
for
know.
researching for us why we were sick
Yeah,
last
you,
year.
you have
Up to
no
1
rebuttal.
month.
You
It's
have no
sugar.
rebuttal.
Yeah, I do.
No rebuttal.
It's sugar and water. What's pop? Sugar and water, and
Hey,
it sits.
Pop has an
It
expiry
has an
date.
expiration date. Carbonation
It's
gives a
longer
little
than a
extra life.
month.
Yeah,
No, it's because of the
carbonation.
carbonation. Exactly. That's the only reason.
Yeah. What about like Gatorade?
No idea.
Probably all the other stuff in it. This is just sugar and water.
Exactly. So it should last even longer.
And I also thought you were going with a seal in an airtight, clean
Well, that
container. He
also
put it.
doesn't
He has
help.
it in
Yeah,
like an
he's
old
got
honey
some-
container, just a honey plastic container. That ain't
I think it was.
sealed
I think
properly.
the previous one was in a sour cream container.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
double the rottenness. Yeah.
But I didn't get sick, so
Well, it's because you drink it every day. So
Every
what do
day.
you expect? So outside of that, nothing much. A little bit of shoveling. Obviously, we got some snow. 8 drinks on the week, so that gets that puts me to 770 on the year.
Okay.
Very quick week for me.
I can go next.
Okay.
Somehow my booze count on my notes got deleted. I don't know how. I like went back.
You
and
went
looked.
deleted.
I know
it?
how.
No,
yeah.
wife.
Thanks.
I
Harv.
seriously didn't delete it, but so I had to go back and listen
Was
to
it
last
because-
week's pod to see how many I was at.
You probably didn't delete because you've said before, "Oh, I don't even keep track."
Yeah, that was
Probably
that one
never
time.
had
Yeah,
it.
just was never there. Yep.
So I ended up going to 2 hockey tournaments this weekend and got 2 out of the way in one weekend, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Dalmany Friday, Saturday, and then stayed overnight in Dalmany. Drove to Central Butte Sunday. Way more snow came than what they thought. Supposed to get like 1 centimeter, and it snowed all night.
Yeah.
So I'm driving with my family from Saskatoon to Central Butte. So I'm turning at Kenniston. I'm going to go down to Elbow and down.
Yep.
And instead of turning at Kenniston, where the highway is, Highway 15, my wife has it on her maps, and she's like, "Oh, the turn's right here."
The gravel
like-
road there.
There's like a little exit ramp thing
Yes.
to a gravel road that connects to 15.
Yep. I know where you are.
So I like jolted over there quickly. Like for some reason, I already knew that I could just turn at 15, but because she was on the maps, I mean, it's obviously her fault. I took it, and then as soon as I took it, there's this massive drift, and like I'm going through it, and then I'm fishtailing off. So I ripped her back over, and then I'm going the other way off the other side, ripped it back over, and somehow stayed on the road. But like, we were like
Was
so
there
close to
screaming?
being in the ditch. No. So that's the funny thing. My kids they were early in the morning because we had
Yeah.
to leave at 6.
Yeah.
So it's like 7 in the morning. My kids had their tablets, and then like 30 seconds after it happened, they're like, "Was like the road bumpy back there, Dad, or something?" It's like, "Yeah, man, you almost missed your tournament because we were almost in the ditch all day."
Yeah, some
So,
nice farmer
The
would have pulled you
classic
out.
Saskatchewan winter fuck around.
Yeah, and not to mention our streets are still not plowed. I know my street hasn't been.
Are
I
you
don't
ever
know.
going to plow your street?
I don't know. It's a great
I
question.
thought yours would be like the number 1.
Should be.
Your
Is your
luck.
street?
Yeah. Huh?
Did your street get done?
Didn't
No.
didn't
No.
Saskatoon
Mine will
say
never
they're
get
not plowing residential streets this year?
Oh, I don't know.
Thought I read that somewhere.
You just
Seems
have
like
to
we're
drive
getting a
on them
decent
and
amount of
drive
snow.
on
Just
them in
pack
the
it
right
down.
spot and pack them down.
Yeah,
It's
I'll-
better in
Just
some
ruts.
cases. It's
Yeah.
ruddy.
Yeah.
It's ruddy in the springtime, and you can get some bad ruts. But like the way the city of Moose Jaw's doing right now, they have the graders out there without that extra one that kind of keeps all of the snow in, and then they lift it up and it drops it off. Instead, they're not even using that one. They're just like plowing, and so people are getting plowed into their driveways and stuff because they're just dumping it all right in front. And it's like the
Something else.
rock hard stuff because it was warm snow. So
Yeah.
yeah, terrible.
So anyway, Central Butte, that rink's okay. It was cold, but Dalmany rink really nice. We ended up losing in the B final to Elrose, Dinsmore, Milden, just a trio
Bunch
of
of
small
farm
towns.
kids. Yeah.
Bunch of farm kids, and they obviously have no A team there, so they had the 2 A quality
Yep.
superstars
Yep,
on the
of
team
course, yep.
that just fucking dominated.
Mhm.
Like they were better than you probably.
Well, I potted 4 on Friday, which I'll get to in my week.
Oh,
Against-
game early. Eh?
Against those aviators, right?
Yeah.
So that was that. The only thing, and then I didn't even get to see the Steeler game because we had back-to-back games in Central Butte during the Steeler game. So
Is that the most
I
points
didn't
they've
even-
ever scored in the history of the Steeler franchise?
since 2018, Big Ben
That's it.
against Carolina.
I would have thought further back than that, but
Yeah, that was a
It
fun.
is funny that
it
I
was a
said
shitty
that-
game to miss because there was a lot of fun plays that happened in that
Yeah.
game. Strip sacks and pick
And it's
sixes.
good.
and-
The division obviously heard me say that it's one of the most boring divisions in football to watch. And then they finally put up an exciting game that wasn't 10-9.
The Bengals have lost 4 games this year when they've scored 33 or more points.
So I was watching Pat McAfee show today. Don't watch it very often, but I was bored at work, so I threw it on while I was doing some stuff. The Bengals, I think, are 1-4 when scoring 31 or more. The rest of the NFL is like 65-1.
yeah,
It's like they account for 4 of the 5 losses.
their
It's like
defense is terrible. Like
Yeah.
I mean, Russ did cook though, so
Rusty.
well, that pick 6 early was stunk.
I just hate that it's
Pickens got dragged down by his
He
helmet.
did not get dragged down.
Watch
if he got
the
dragged,
replay.
If he got dragged down, they would have called it.
Okay, yeah, because they always get the calls right in that league.
Ah,
Yeah.
Right, okay,
reputation call on Pickens. He's probably fighting someone
He
down
did
the
get
field.
2 penalties later for unsportsmanlike conduct. so
Little side note though, I did bet the under on that game.
That's a funny
Okay.
bet. Yep,
that is a funny bet. Yeah.
it was 21-21, like in the second quarter.
I know.
Russ had
not
260 and a half.
Yeah, just move on from that
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Okay,
over.
so Churchill boost count I had 11 this week, so I'm up to 797 in
Okay.
337.
797. You are catching me.
All right, I'll go here. Couple things. So yeah, like Canoop decorated the inside of the house, but we got a real tree this year.
Yeah.
Why?
Man.
Like was the fake one just like toast, or are you
No,
gonna
we
hang
had
on?
like 3 fake trees that go
Yep.
up in our house.
Are you
every year.
hanging on to them, or did you throw them out?
I think we kept one.
Oh, okay.
One. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny you mention that because
I'm never going back. Real tree is way better.
So we used to have a real tree.
Except
Way
for the
better.
cleanup.
Just wait.
Yeah.
That's not my problem.
Yeah. We used to
That
have.
thing will go in the
Yeah,
back
that's your
alley. That's
attitude,
so-
absolutely.
that thing will go in the back alley. I don't care.
The smell's all right though. I like the
smells
smell.
great. Yeah.
So I grew up on a farm, and we used to have a real tree out there, and it used to be a running joke in my family, like me, well, my in-laws and stuff like that. But then me and my brothers also had an internal bet because my mom, because it was real, I don't know why, but she like never took it down. The one time we almost made it to Easter, and that thing was still up.
Like with decorations on it still, or no?
Yeah, just like the
Oh.
tree was still up. Like my mom just, like after we moved out, it got even worse. Like when we were there, it would come down at like Valentine's Day. Her birthday's the day before Valentine's Day, and it would be like down around her birthday. Then when we all moved out, we'd go back there like in March, and it's like, Mom, your tree is still up. She's like, I just haven't had any time to take it down. This real tree's just died. There's just needles all over the bottom.
It's just
but-
wood. That's
but
it. That's all
our
it's left.
pre-lit tree, we have a pre-lit fake one. 2 of the strands of lights are now busted.
That was one of the reasons.
Yeah, and so my wife actually said, maybe we should get a real tree this year, to which I said no.
Might
But
have
I
been a
thought
mistake.
I was fully expecting her to just make that decision on her own and still come home with one. But I think we kicked that can down the road one more year. But I
Where-
think we might go to real next year.
Where are the environmentalists at in the debate of which one's better for the environment? Because weren't they back and forth?
Oh, I don't know.
Real
there
was
like,
better, and then it was fake was better.
I've never heard that
That
argument.
never.
No?
That did not factor.
Well, I
into
know
my-
that didn't
I know
factor
it
into
didn't
yours.
into yours.
Oh, but I mean, they are cheap.
Nope.
Like this thing was $100.
My uncle and aunt run a tree farm. for
$100.
This, and yeah, it's awesome.
I thought they were like $40 when we used to get them.
No.
Yeah, inflation.
$100.
I guess carbon tax probably.
Just head into the woods next time.
I should.
That is illegal, correct?
I
Yeah.
believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
But
Yeah, I think so.
for $100, it might be worth.
I mean,
it.
it's only
How
legal
much is
if
the
you get
ticket?
caught.
That's only
right?
legal if you get caught.
And
Yeah.
what's the ticket
It's
worth?
like drinking and driving, right?
Or not having
As
a
like-
dog license,
As
right?
I crack another lawnmower.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. So got that tree, and then couple things about this next thing. So took the kids to Moana 2
Oh.
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
What's on our to-do
but
list?
They had good parent-teacher interviews and good report cards. So we said we'd take them to Landmark because they like the seats that can
Yeah.
recline.
Yep.
So all week, because we had stuff all day Sunday, I tell my wife, "Okay, buy the tickets for the 4:00 show because one,
Non-3D.
it's not 3D,
Yep.
and it just works better with hockey practices. My daughter's curling, all this stuff. We can get home.
She's curling.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's like $90. She curls for 10 weeks and learns how to play curling or curl.
They have
I
like
guess.
small
Yep.
rinks for them.
They do like half, or I don't know how they do it. I've only gone once.
I think they have rings in the middle.
Not on regulation ice. Not in Moose Jaw.
No,
Really?
they don't. They
No,
just
would
like
go halfway.
I don't know how they do it, but the first one they were just like learning how to push. So that's the only one I've been to. So
With
Fair.
with regulation size rocks.
no, they have smaller rocks
Yeah.
and smaller brooms and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But anyway, so all week I've been under the impression that this movie starts at 4:00.
Yep.
So we're okay. We got to leave 2:30. Just get there so we can get the popcorn and all that stuff. Well, it's like 3:20, and we're just coming to the round or bypass. And she's like, she looks over at me, looks at the clock. She's like, "I don't think we're gonna make the movie. It starts at 3:30."
Oh no.
I'm like, "What do you mean it starts at 3:30? All week we've been talking that we were going to the 4:00 movie." She's like, "No, I bought the 3:30 ones." So I don't know, sped the rest of the way, like 150 down the bypass there, and got there, sent the kids into our seats, got popcorn, didn't miss a second of the movie.
Really?
Yeah. So luckily it wasn't overly busy because it was the middle of the day and they had like 15 showings of this. But
I heard the song "Stink" in it.
well, that was going to be my next point. It might be the worst movie ever.
Oh my God!
Actually.
Don't do that.
Ever.
Oh man.
Worst
heard-
Disney movie by far.
So now I don't want to go see it.
I just heard it was the same story but worse songs.
Songs
pretty
were
much.
terrible.
Yeah.
Huh.
Songs were absolutely dog shit.
That's very disappointing.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
heard the same. I heard
And
the
even
same.
my wife didn't like it, and she likes everything Disney. So
I also heard that Gladiator 2 isn't as good, and that the guy that's the main character was extremely miscast for that role.
do you mean Denzel Washington?
No, the other guy.
Because that's a bit of a miscast in my mind for ancient Rome, but neither here nor there.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so those are the kind of the two things I did. And then Bronel last week kind of brought up how he's getting old.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a bit of a similar situation. After the pod last week, maybe stopped in for a quick 1-and-1 on the way home,
Yep.
as one would do.
What a play.
And normally, I'll like if I eat later in the night, I'll like take some like Gaviscon just so like no
Yep.
midnight heartburn or whatever. Well, I'm out of these pills, and like, have you guys ever had like acid reflux?
Oh yeah.
I've
Little
had
bit.
it a couple
Where it's
times,
like
yeah.
it feels like you just like had puke sitting in your throat for
Yeah.
man. Like I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't think I can eat after 6 p.m. anymore. Is where I'm going because I can't risk this. That was the worst feeling.
Early bird dinners from now on.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's 5
You
p.m.
understand why the old guys eat at 4.
Yes, I get it now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a really good opportunity. What time do you guys eat supper at?
5:30.
6.
Yeah,
usually.
5:30.
Yeah, like I haven't had. I
I'm
don't
5:30.
I don't know the last time I had a meal like supper after 5:30 unless it was out.
Yeah. I'm the same.
Like there's
Yeah.
some. I remember in university, my roommate would be like making supper at 8:00.
It's
Like,
so
what
weird.
the hell are you doing? And
Yeah,
there's
I don't
people that like
understand it.
I understand
Sometimes
lifestyle
with,
and stuff
with
like that,
hockey
but
and
like
stuff, I
8:00.
but-
If it's after 6:30, you just don't eat.
Yep.
Like
Well,
don't
I'm
eat
in that
supper.
boat now. I can't risk it. I can't risk that.
No, I'll eat it. I'll eat. I could have a giant thing of nachos at 9:00 at night, like
Yeah, no, like you
as
can
my
have,
my supper if
Yes.
I've had a busy.
but you're
evening or
not going to
something.
make a meal for you and your family if it's after like 6:30.
Not for the rest of my family,
No,
but
yeah.
for myself or just
yeah,
for
I
the
can
two
eat
of us.
anytime,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Harv
and,
can't,
and
obviously.
like kids in sports and stuff now, like we'll eat at 4:30, and then just
Mhm.
they can just have a
They
snack.
have snack
later.
before they go to bed.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, so that happened. That I think that's an old person thing. So yeah, I'm on the
Yep.
early bird train now.
Yeah, nice.
And then reels. I don't know if you guys are getting these, but those stupid reels where it's just like a poker hand laid out on like a table, where it's just like the 5 cards and then the 2 like cards in your hand. It's like which hand wins.
Oh yeah,
Fuck, I hate those.
Oh,
I just
really?
fucking hate them.
yeah, because the comments are the worst.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people that
troll.
get the wrong hand.
Well, they troll.
And they must
They
be
have to-
trolling.
They
yeah.
have to be
Yeah,
trolling.
they are. Yeah.
And then one of the friends of the pod sent. He's like, talk about this on the algorithm, and he sent me this reel, and I sent it to the group,
Oh, I didn't watch that.
and
I
it's
did.
just breastfeeding videos, like
Yes.
full on.
That's a big thing.
out there.
That's a big thing on
Yeah,
Instagram
but why
now.
is it allowed? Is my question. Like
don't
it's
Slap a kid in front of you and it's
slap
okay.
a kid like that's a slippery slope. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean-
how old is it? The kid before
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah. Like after 7 or
Kosher
8
to
of them,
put
I
up.
kind of didn't want to watch them anymore.
Is it the same woman the whole time?
no different women.
Same woman. Why would it be the same woman?
Well, maybe it's
Like, it's
this
an
girl's.
account,
It's
yeah.
every time this girl
It's like a
breastfeeds. I don't know.
talent. It's a talent. He said.
Watch my kid latch on. I don't know.
I've always found it weird. Yeah, they have those ones where kids are breastfeeding until 4 or whatever. They're standing on a stool. It's just like
Very weird.
What's going on?
Talk like telling them.
Yeah,
my
tell
time.
them, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That search bar in Instagram though. Fuck.
well, like
They know ya. They know ya.
like when you just go to the
Yeah, when you just
search and
click-
just like the
All the yeah.
what have you been
all the
watching?
thumbs, yeah. Like I mean, all you have to do is click on 2 female videos of any kind, and then it's just a full screen of them
well,
next
it is
time
the
you go
thing.
in.
It's
right?
funny because you mentioned that because my wife is in Instagram and she's like, "Oh, I got to show you something," and she's like, "Oh, I can't find it." She hits her search button. It's all like Taylor Swift and Christmas. She's like, "Oh, you could tell what I've been on." I'm like, "Yep," and I'm just like, "Please don't ask me to say my search."
The part that I don't like about that is, like you said, you look at like 2 female videos and your search bar is filled with them.
That's what I was saying.
But you can't get them off. Like then all of a
can't
sudden
get
you're
'em
like
off.
watching wrestling and golf
Yeah.
and cooking stuff for
And
like
slots.
hours.
Yeah.
And slots.
And slot machines,
Vegas
and they
Matt.
never pop up again.
No.
Like, it just takes forever to get out of that algorithm.
I just know you'd rather look at the girls.
Maybe I don't
it's
know.
something.
Anyways, 0 drinks, 452 on the air.
That is funny that
0
that
drinks.
came up because my wife did have that, and I was just like, "Oh, please don't ask." And then I would just be like, "Well, Brock has this account too."
Yeah.
I expect you to do the same.
Yep.
Yeah. So my week, finally played a hockey game for the first time in 2 weeks. Like I said before, potted 4. It was a nice return to the ice. We only had 8 guys, so just sheer amount of ice time allowed me to score a few goals.
Well, the game before you
nothing to do
did
with
say
the other
you were
team.
going to get 4.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
always got
Early.
the wrong game.
Yep.
Wrong game. We're on the fully on the holiday movie train, so Home Alone 1 and 2 have been crossed off the list for the first time this
Nice.
year.
Best.
We got those. Christmas Chronicles were half done. It's just, yeah, we're in full-fledged. Kids get home after school. They're not allowed to. We kind of have the rule of like phones and like electronics, whereas I've always find like movies, especially in the holiday season, that's not electronics. It's not a phone in your
I agree.
face.
Yep.
It's not video games. You're just watching a movie.
Yeah.
That's
So-
been my thought process since my kids have been born. Like you
Yeah.
can watch movies all day,
Yes.
but phones and tablets, that's
Yeah.
a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found too that my kid, if my son who plays video games, if you stop them at like 45 minutes, they don't go like full zombie and they're toast. Like if they go over 45, anything over an hour for sure, he just like his mood completely changes.
Yeah.
So if you stop him
yeah.
at 45, he goes outside, comes back. 2 hours later, he goes on for 45, just completely different kid. So it's just like, yeah, started to do that. But now when they get home, it's like you guys can watch a Christmas movie when you get home from school. And then you can go on video games when we're home where we can monitor that 45 minutes. So, yeah, lots of Christmas movie. On Thanksgiving, we went to Knoop's house. We tried the Bryson 100 yards. We were basically watching football. I think we hit 400 shots.
Yeah, about
Roughly?
350, 400. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to within a foot probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we were close.
I buzzed one by. We thought it was in
Mm-hmm.
and just missed, maybe an inch to the left, which was brutal. But, yeah, that's a hard competition.
Those damn Sims that don't suck the ball into the hole
Now,
anymore.
that being said,
Too realistic.
I do think that outdoors would be easier than on the sim. I really do. Because there were some that we were like we'd have like 5-yard draws on and stuff like that. I just felt like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like it felt
You
like I
won't
was hitting
lie.
them fairly straight.
The thing with the outdoor one for me is I was like hitting out of like rough.
Yeah.
Almost.
Like off the mat though, like Bryson was. Consistent,
Yeah, but
same
that's
thing.
almost that's easier. It's sitting up nice. You're just
Yeah.
hitting it.
Yeah, so did that. And then then I had I mentioned this in our group chat, but I had probably the worst minor injury you could possibly get yesterday. So take the dog for a bath, bought her a new brush. So we're brushing her and I'm cleaning the hair out and I'm just grabbing the hair and it's got those fine little teeth on it. Sure enough, grab it, close my hand a little too quick, and 3 to 5 of those little tongs went underneath my fingernail.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like, and the line on it is all the way down almost to the cuticle.
Yeah.
Like it is the worst instant pain, and then
Yeah.
it just was throbbing for the rest
I
of the
reached into a wicker
Can't
basket
pick my
one
nose
time,
now?
Ooh.
and one of those got fucking right up in there. I had
Yeah.
to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and so these have the little plastic nubs on them, so they're not super sharp. So I'm lucky that one of those plastic nubs didn't come off inside, because
Yeah.
I assume I would have to get that cut out or something.
Re-
You just have a plastic nub inside
Remove your
fingernail?
finger altogether, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so I learned my lesson. I tried to pick my nose today. It hurt, so I just used my other hand, but that's fine.
Just makes it harder.
Yeah. And then my algorithm has been, I mean, I'm maybe it's just because I keep watching the same stuff over and over. Like I can't get out of, like Chef Reactions is back now, but it's a lot of like that clown world on Twitter. So like similar to that, like I go on Facebook and I go through reels and it's just like people being stupid, people in random fights, stuff like that, like fighting about nothing on the streets, and it's just like it's like a car accident. You can't stop watching how dumb these people are and what they're fighting over. And then there's a lot of street fight knockouts. Like I don't know about you guys, but seeing someone get knocked out in a street environment is not the same as UFC. It's just like
It's
you
way
feel
worse.
instantly bad for that
Yes.
person, whether they deserved it or not. It's just like they just fold and they're just laying on
Yeah.
the concrete
On their
It's
face.
just-
Yeah.
It's like, oh man,
Face
like,
down.
Do you feel bad for Trevor Lawrence?
a little bit, but that was in a sport.
Do you
Oh,
feel
little
bad
bit
for the
different.
Raiders after they got fucked over?
I mean, I have no idea how they gave the Chiefs that ball. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I know how.
I think a lot of people
It
do.
rhymes with fat Foursomes.
Yeah, but Chiefs are 11-1.
One thing I forgot to mention, but you brought up when we were over at Canoop's, and Bronel like this. Canoop didn't know Mad Greeks serve pizza.
Yeah.
He also didn't know that they own Rotos.
Yeah.
Like
no
your
idea.
brother owns.
You know they had that like cheese, like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
the,
Mad
the
the
Greek.
pizza
But he
bread or
said
whatever.
the
Yeah, yeah,
pizza's good. It's kind of like Rotos. I'm like, yeah, it's the same people.
Yeah. No, I didn't know. Not from here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess you know now.
Yep.
I had 7 drinks, and I'm at 826. Bronel, you are 27 behind me.
The
29.
1,000 is out of the question, I think.
Oh, for sure.
But-
No, yeah, in a month,
This race is tight.
174 in a month. I ain't doing that.
I don't think I'm.
I think he's gonna catch.
I don't
me.
really have many occasions though.
That's true. You have a Christmas party though.
Yeah.
And your standard 3 a night.
But even like we had like a parents' room going on Friday and at the hotel in Saskatoon, and I only had like 5 drinks. Like I'm not gonna have a 12 night here.
Getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be hungover.
Okay,
All right.
let's get into the news.
All right. News, trivia,
Making the cut.
making the cut. Okay.
All right.
Quick one here to start. Just a few of the notables who lost their tour card this year. I mean, we talked about Zach Blair and Wesley Bryant last
Brian,
week.
yeah.
Brian, yeah. Potato. Francisco Molinari also lost his card. Jimmy Walker, Cam Champ, Gary Woodland, Zach Johnson. But, I mean, I thought they took his away after that Ryder Cup performance.
Stripped it.
Webb Simpson, and unfortunately Roger Sloan that Matty B made sure to make a point of adding to that list.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, are they notable anymore? Like, Webb Simpson hasn't been relevant.
Yeah, but he got into every signature event this year, and
Yeah, because he's
Maybe he
S&D on that
Yeah.
committee.
yes,
Jimmy Walker. I mean, he's probably happy now. He can just be grilling all the time.
Yep.
Taking his
Oh,
nap.
Grilling.
Broncos pick 6.
Oh
Wow.
boy.
Ouch, James.
Yeah, I mean Woodland, probably other than outside of Sloan, but
Mm-hmm.
you'd like him to keep his card given
Yeah,
all
you
he's
do.
went
I
through.
guess, I mean, a couple major champions in there.
Yep.
3 of them.
4 of them,
4 of them. Yeah.
5 of them.
Really?
Molinari, Walker, Woodland, Johnson, and Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe tides are turning here. Changing of the guard for players.
Yep.
Age catches up to everyone. Yeah, I guess next, the Live is hiring former, NBA and NHL executive Scott O'Neill to replace Greg Norman as CEO of the Live Tour.
I would say that's a pretty sought after job right now.
I think so. Well, we got a ton of Live stuff to talk about here.
Well,
So
yeah, I'm sure.
So with that, I don't know if he's the one doing this, but they're negotiating with the DP World Tour for a partnership or some sort of, partnership, I guess is the term.
Yep.
I don't know what it's going to look like, and it is outside of what they're negotiating with PGA Tour. So,
It'll be interesting to see which one gets done first.
I mean, it's got to be the DP World Tour.
You
They're
would-
already letting them play,
You would
and
think so.
they let all those guys back on
Yeah.
tour.
It
and-
has to be.
They said that there's a bunch of, like the crossover between Live schedule and DP World Tour is super easy this year. So
Mhm.
if that ends up happening, then
But do
Be
you
easy-
think those
easy
Live
work.
guys are actually going to play on the tour, or are they just now?
I do think they will.
Yeah,
The
I
big
think so,
guys,
too.
I'll say the big guys because they want to play on the Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
Right,
but,
so they wanna
but
get
now
those
that they're
points.
back, now that they're technically, where I'm going with this is like, now that they're allowed to, they could be captain's picks. They're no
That's
longer
fair. Yeah.
suspended or out of that thing.
Yep.
So
Sure,
why
yeah.
would they even play if you can just pick them anyway?
I think they still need to fill the requirement of
Yeah.
the European Tour.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Other Live stuff. Big trade went down. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Thomas Peters got traded to the Four Aces. The Four Aces technically have 5 players right now,
Yes.
but Pat Perez's contract's up in January here, and it sounds like they might not bring him back.
Crazy.
So,
Why would they bring him
Interesting.
back?
They won't.
so there's that, and I mean, or maybe they're setting up for Tony Finau to go to one of these teams. Maybe the Range Goats gets his own team if they don't let Bubba back. I don't know.
I
That's
think
the
he'll
latest.
go. I think he'll go to Legion 13.
You think on that one?
Rom's team.
He's not
You can't
Spanish.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
too
can.
much.
Rom and Hatton and now Finau.
Hey.
Finau?
Yeah, that's too
Could.
much. Yeah.
They're going to lure him with his own team. I think.
I don't know.
And then on the flip side of things, Hudson Swafford wants to come back to the PGA.
No, he said that?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah,
for
so
him.
he wants to come back. He feels that he's served his suspension. I don't know if that he actually
So-
has.
Yeah, I was going to say, would he serve it while playing on the
I
lake?
think
Not
that's what
playing.
he's thinking is where I'm going with that. Like I
It's
think,
been 2 years since I left.
but like my other thought is like, well, just go to Q school and get back on.
If he's not suspended.
Yeah,
I think that's the route he's gonna have to go at this point. But
because he's
we'll
also
see.
trying to claim like a lot of past champions got status into these fall events. So as a past champion, why wouldn't, if his suspension's up, why wouldn't he
Yep.
get entry into other events? So that'll be an interesting one to follow, I suppose. Next, a 65-year-old man was killed on a golf course here this past week where an attacker used his own that guy's clubs to beat him to death.
Yeah, but wasn't it something
Oh,
like
my.
he came onto the course with like ill intentions?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but they didn't know each other.
nope. Just
Yeah.
total random act of violence.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Just like
We got to get that fence up around the old Hillcrest.
That's sad.
yeah, it's wild. He's just out there golfing, and a guy just who wanted to kill a stranger,
That's
beat him to
something
death with his
else.
own clubs. Yeah, it's world, man.
Most dangerous game.
Yeah.
Next,
Nice one.
keeping the streak alive here, Patrick Reed back in the news saying that the Ryder Cup is so much more than getting paid. And he
Yes.
doesn't think that the Americans should get paid to
Good for
play in
him.
this event.
Captain America, hey?
And I mean, I don't know why this is still a story. Like, they shouldn't get paid. Like, it's just.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean,
with
I'm
you.
not gonna say his name, but that guy's just a loser. I'm gonna say his name. Cuntley, just ruining this.
He is. Yeah.
He's just ruining it. Bronel posted this one. This Riggs Johnston.
Yes.
John Stone. Well, like he was outside the cut, shot 65, then shot 65 again to win the tournament and get his card. Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah. He needed to shoot 65 just to
make it.
qualify.
Yep.
Did it and then won the tournament.
Okay, that's DP World Tour card too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe it's because he was named after Mel Gibson's character in Lethal Weapon. That's what the news part was. I didn't know, so that's why I was clarifying.
Just double checking with
Yeah.
you.
Double checking. Bit of a big one here, I guess. The CME, the club or the Tour Championship last week was Lexi Thompson's official last event. She is retired
Yep.
from the LPGA. Now I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna miss the tweets during the U.S. Open that tell us that she's 30
Yeah,
and has played 35 U.S.
Yes.
Opens.
Since she was 12.
So, I mean, I imagine she'll still play in some because I think she's just severely limiting her tournaments. But
I did read a story and I forgot to post it in there, but she was mad because the Sunday round ended up being shortened because of weather, so they ended up doing a shotgun, and she was pissed off because she didn't get to end her, I guess in this case, career on
Right.
the 18th hole in front of a bunch of fans.
I can kind of get behind that.
But like, you
Oh.
need to finish a tournament. Like, this is bigger than
Yes.
you.
Yeah, than you. Yeah.
well, where
And they're
was
not
she in
gonna
that
just put you-
tournament?
I don't know. She finished on hole 10.
Enough to be in the front side of the shotgun.
Yeah, so she finished on 10. Yeah, she wouldn't be. Starting on 11 means you're pretty far back.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah. Speaking of the LPGA, Molly Marcoux is stepping down as the commissioner. That's a person, not a dog, if you guys are wondering.
I was wondering.
Yeah, I figured you would be. But yeah, so she's out as LPGA commissioner. So we'll see where that goes. Speaking of commissioners, Jay Monahan's salary got released.
Oh yeah.
And apparently this guy made $23 million last year.
Yeah.
and I don't understand that. Like, you think the NFL, the biggest probably business in the world for sports, what did he make? 38 million?
No,
or something?
64.
It was 64. Jesus.
Which again
but
is
they-
outrageous. Like maybe make 50 and pay refs to be better.
Yeah. Well, they
good point. Yeah.
that tweet. There was a tweet that came out that comparing the total revenue of the.
Yes.
The-
So
what
Monahan
you're a
makes
commissioner of.
$23 million on a $1.1 billion league.
Yeah.
The NFL is something like almost $20 billion, and he's making $50 million.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
or $64 million, but yeah. So
Yeah,
and the other thing is like only Scotty Scheffler made more money than Jay Monahan this year. Like
Yeah.
in what sport is that?
Well, and then
Yeah.
they showed the athletes in those sports comparative to the commissioner. It's just like it is so grossly overbalanced to Monahan. It's just like like he should be making 10,
Yeah.
not 20.
If that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then last one here. Did you guys see that world record putt?
Yes.
139-yard putt this guy made.
Crazy.
It was wow.
Wow.
Again, I don't know how many attempts he had.
I'm thinking
But-
it's days.
Yeah, but he was like, as soon as he hit it, it's like that one's in. It's like, how many times did he say that? And just like you'll catch it on the right
Yeah.
video. But it was like pretty cool to watch.
I saw someone in the comments being like, so if I hit a putter off the tee on a par 3, is that the longest putt for my hole-in-one? Because if it, like, what makes it the longest putt? That's what I think he was getting at.
Yeah, if anything, that's just a hole in one.
Yeah.
Just a run of the mill hole in one doesn't even count as a putt. He would have had to hit it.
Interesting.
That's technically for 2.
For
Like
2.
he would have had to hit it off the tee and then putt it in, and it'd be longest putt.
oh,
like, you
I
just can't
see
have
what you're
longest
saying.
putt
or
for
you just,
hole-in-one.
what if you don't tee it up?
But do you know what I mean? Like you can't have a hole in one that's a putt.
No, it's a tee shot.
It's a
At
it's
that
a hole in
point.
one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a straight hole in one. It's not the longest putt.
It's a good point. Yeah, I get you.
right?
Yeah.
That is a hole in one.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he would have had to knock it off the tee and then putt for 2 to be longest putt.
Yes.
I think that's fair.
Uh,
That's fair. I think it's fair.
that's it for news.
All right, trivia
No
time.
tournaments this week at all.
Making the cut or trivia first? Trivia. Making
I was
the cut ends.
trivia. I was just changing one question there, but
Because it was too
so
hard.
I think no.
Oh.
I think you guys should do it on paper, just so there's no like
So there's no cheating.
yelling out answers. I mean, you can do it on your phone if you want, but
Yeah, I'll do
I'm gonna
that.
use pen and paper.
I'll use pen and paper. Pen, paper.
1 to 10.
there are 10 questions.
Are we worried about dead air here, or what are we thinking?
No, I'll run through quick.
Okay.
The people at home can play along and see if they can beat you.
I would imagine they
turkeys.
will. They can
Yeah,
use their
100%.
phones.
Yeah, they
Well,
can
you
use
cannot
their
use your
phone.
phone, so
No, they can at home.
no, they cannot.
Oh, okay.
They can't.
Oh, the honor system.
Yeah, the honor system.
Okay.
If
right.
someone gets 10 out of 10, I mean, that'd be pretty impressive. Upon looking again, I don't think they're as hard as I thought they were at the start. So,
Oh, they're gonna be hard for me.
okay.
How are we doing the answers? Are we just submitting to you, and you're
We're
going to
gonna
tally them, or we're just
We're gonna
saying
write
them
them
out
down.
loud?
Yeah, we'll have to.
You
say
guys
them
can maybe pass them around and correct your part. Yeah, correct each other's work.
Okay.
Okay, question 1.
out. Yep.
What is the diameter of a golf hole? This is multiple choice.
Okay.
Is it A, 4 inches, B, 4 1/4 inches, or C, 4.5 inches?
I thought it was like 9 inches. Okay, what A was what?
4 inches, 4 1/4, or 4.5?
You can't be googling things already.
Me? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
he's on his phone, or
I'm
he's
checking
looking.
basketball. I had a heater bet. I just want to see if it
Yeah.
cashed or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's right
I mean, you're already disqualified, so that's what happens in trivia nights. Question 2. The modern game of golf originated in Scotland. Can you name the century that it originated?
Oh, I probably should be able to name that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Question 3. Which American won the 2012 U.S. Open with a score of +1 at the Olympic Club? Which American won the 2012 U.S. Open with a score of +1 at Olympic Club?
Ooh, shit.
I don't think that's right, but
No, wrong tournament. That guy won.
All right, keep going.
Question 4. What was the name of Happy Gilmore's playing partner in his first tourney on tour?
I know it.
That's the easiest one on this thing.
Can we go? Can we go?
it ain't.
Can we
Trust me,
go?
it ain't.
Does it have to be? Does it have to be last name, first name?
Either one.
movie?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll accept either.
Got
Okay.
that one.
This one you got a 50-50 chance of getting. Who won the 2004 Ryder Cup at Oakland Hills in Michigan by a score of 18.5 to 9.5?
Sorry, where was it?
Michigan at Oakland Hills. Who won the 2004 Ryder Cup?
50-50, eh?
Yep. Okay. Question 6.
Yep.
2 golfers have been number 1 in the world without winning a major. Who are they? I got to get them both.
Say that one more time.
2 golfers have been number 1 in the world without winning a major. They don't
Like
have
in
a
their
major
career?
ever.
Ever?
Oh,
Okay.
They don't have a major in their career. Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Because Phil was number 1 before winning a
Right.
major, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're meaning ever.
Yeah.
They
They don't have one.
I don't think Phil's ever been number 1 in the world.
Oh, right.
I don't think he
You're
is.
right. That's
That's
your, that was your
that's
big.
a hard question. I'm gonna have to come back to that one.
Okay. I can redo the questions at the end.
Okay.
This one's maybe a little easier. Question 7. Tiger won the first rendition of the FedEx Cup in 2007 and also won it in 2009. Who won it in the middle year in 2008?
The FedEx
oh
Cup.
shit! I know that one.
The FedEx Cup
The
in
FedEx
08.
Cup in 08, yeah.
Okay.
Throw a guess on there if you don't know it.
I'm gonna leave him blank.
Number 8. I actually didn't know this one. What does TPC stand for?
Oh, Canute has this one.
You know it?
I think I know that. Yeah.
You're just gonna Google it to make sure, or what?
No, I want to see if my guy hit. I don't think he did.
Okay, question 9. I think Harv will get this one. I'm not sure if the other two will. What is the par on hole 13 at Northern Meadows Golf Course in Saskatchewan?
13,
Yeah. What is the par? You got a
10,
33% chance of getting it.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Missing a hole. No.
Okay.
I think I know that. Yeah.
Question 10. Everyone knows that Mike Weir's 2003 Masters was a playoff win over Len Matisse. Can you name 2 of the other 3 guys to finish top 5 in that tournament?
Nope.
Can you name 1 of the other 3 guys to finish top 5 in that tournament?
Can't.
And Tiger was not one of them.
2003?
Yeah.
I gotta go back to 6 and 7.
Okay, so 6 was 2 golfers have been number 1 in the world without winning a major. Who are they?
Mm-hmm.
One of them's pretty easy, I think.
I got that one.
Yeah.
I don't know the second guy though.
And then number 7 was the 2008 FedEx Cup winner.
Yeah.
I
In
thought I
between
had it, but
Tiger.
it's not him.
In between Tiger.
What questions are you? Your numbers are all fucked up, man.
We haven't done number 10. Have
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
done.
You missed the
Oh.
you missed someone.
Okay, sorry.
It was weird.
Did you put down a U.S. Open at over
Diameter?
par?
Okay, sorry.
Diameter of golf hole is number 1, and then what century is number 2.
Yeah.
And then what American won the 2012? Yep. And then Happy Gilmore's playing partner was number 4.
No idea.
And then
Yeah.
so just put
No, it-
5. Just put 5 for that one. And
The
then change all the
2012
numbers.
U.S. Open over par.
Because 5 is the Ryder Cup. 6 is the 2 golfers. 7 is the FedEx Cup.
All right, that's tough.
Okay.
All right, we'll just say out our answers.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1,
I said A.
A.
I said B, 4 1/4.
Canoop is correct. It is B, 4 1/4 inches.
I might go 0 here.
Number 2.
17th.
I said 16th.
I said 1400s.
Oh, it's 15th.
Oh, wait, 15th century?
15th century.
So that's 1400.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
got
No,
it.
no,
Yes, it
no.
is.
He asked what century. You
And
can't
I
just
said
put the
the
years.
1400s.
The 1400s is correct. Yeah. Yeah. He's
Not
right.
the,
I
not
can
what
get
the
on
question
board. Yeah,
asked.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not what the question asked.
Which American won the 2012 U.S. Open with a score of +1 at Olympic
I
Club?
said Webb Simpson, but I'm not
No.
I
sure.
said Webb
if that's
Simpson as well.
Webb Simpson is correct.
Ha. The chicken guy.
Yeah.
Rooster
Yeah.
guy.
I thought
You
for
in
some
jail,
reason I
bud,
thought that
or
was
enjoy jail,
Backpage,
bud.
but
And we
that's
were
the only
talking
guy
about
that
him
came-
earlier on the spot.
Yeah, that's the only guy that came to mind. So
Matty B, do you want to give the answer for Happy Gilmore's playing partner?
Lafferty Daniel and Gilmore Happy.
Got her. You get that one,
Yeah,
Canoe?
Canoop didn't get it.
now that you say it, I'm
Never
saying,
seen
yeah,
the
I
movie, I
probably
guess.
Probably could have got it.
Who won the 2004 Ryder Cup? You got Europe or
I'm going to
USA?
say Europe because I think it was a trick question.
I got USA.
I think I got USA.
It was Europe.
Ah.
Because normally they always win at home, but
Yeah.
there was a year in there I know that.
So you
it was
got that
reversed,
one.
So I
Okay.
didn't get that one. Yep.
Dang.
2
The
golfers
2.
have been number 1 in the world without winning.
We get half points if we get one right?
Yeah.
Sure.
David Duvall.
No.
won
I have
major.
VJ.
He won a major.
Oh,
he
fuck,
won
that's right.
multiple majors.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Victor Hovland?
No.
I thought he got it to there. Then
No.
I have no idea.
Luke Donald
Of course.
yeah.
and Lee Westwood.
Ah.
That's so easy when you say the answer.
Luke, I thought
Yeah.
everybody would get Luke Donald because
Yeah.
I mean he was
I don't
number
know why I
1
was
for
thinking
quite a
David
while.
Duvall.
Because he's the one that kind of
Fuck.
took over
Duvall
after
had
Tiger.
one.
Yeah, he won
Yeah.
the British Open.
That's right, yeah.
Who won the 2008 FedEx Cup?
Fuck. I said
Don't know.
Furyk.
It was VJ Singh.
What?
Oh,
I
I was
had,
way
I
off.
had VJ, but I was like, wasn't his good year like prior to that? The
It
one?
was.
It was,
the,
right?
The massive year he had was like
So that's the
05
reason
or something.
I originally
04.
was going to say VJ,
Yeah.
but I'm like, well, that's not
Yeah.
the year. 2008 is way too late for that.
Do you have the list of all the FedEx winners?
I had it up at some point,
Oh.
but
Why didn't I just write? I literally put a
There's
blank
that one
there.
random guy that I was
Oh.
gonna say.
I literally left it blank rather than just writing VJ and getting it wrong. A blank is just wrong as well. Shit.
yeah, you can't be leaving blanks.
Yeah.
I love blanks.
I'll look up the FedEx winners right now.
TPC.
Um,
I put the Players Club.
that's what I put as well, but I think it's like tour preferred something.
I put tour preferred course.
yeah.
You're close. Yeah, not really. You didn't get any of them right.
Oh.
It's Tournament Players Club.
Oh.
I have
had-
the Players Club.
Yeah, I had never thought that Tournament Players
So,
Club. What
so
a
do you
weird
get? Do you get 66%?
thing. I'll give you 0.2.
0.2. I might need that. That might be a tie break.
You might need that. Yeah.
Okay, so I also
So you get
point
0.2 too. Yep.
I'll take that. Need it.
The random winner, Snedeker, Bill Haas,
Bill Haas. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. When was
Okay.
he?
11.
Ah.
Okay.
What are we on?
9.
9? Par
It's a par 4.
4.
I was
par
gonna say
4.
3.
Yeah, that's that short par
Fuck,
4.
I thought it was
It's the one by the houses.
Correct.
I thought it was the one.
Tee boxes by the houses.
Oh yeah, it's not
Yes.
that short.
it's
It's an iron off the
shortish.
tee.
It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
iron. There's,
Iron, yeah.
there's
See,
shit in front, and then you
I
go
thought that
up
was
to
a par 3. I was on the right hole.
No.
I just thought it was a
yeah,
par 3.
and you
Well,
go
then the
up
next
to the
one.
elevated green. Yeah,
And then the next hole's a par 3.
Yeah.
I was on the right hole.
because 10's
Shit.
out, 11's out, 12 is back, or sorry, 10's out, 11's east, 12 is west, and then you drive a little bit back to the east to go west again.
And all those people were standing there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyone get the 2 of the 3
No, I
guys to
didn't.
finish
I
top
wrote
5
down
in that
no.
tournament?
I put
I-
Phil down.
I put VJ.
Phil
just
is one
because.
of them.
Yes.
He was 3rd.
Ugh.
Furyk was 4th, and Jeff Maggart was 5th.
Oh, I got 4 right.
Oh, I got.
That ain't going to
three-
win you many nights.
I
I
got
got 3.2.
I got 3.7.
You got it, Harv. Then
Hey.
Hey, I said I was getting 3. I'll take it.
yeah.
Dang.
Webb Simpson was a good get.
All 3 of us.
You got that one?
Yeah, I have Webb
Good for you.
because I crossed out Jimmy Walker, but I was like, that's PGA.
And much later.
I crossed it out before.
Hey.
Lafferty
Interesting.
Daniels.
bad,
lays
though,
I
right
like
eh?
it.
down
That's
there.
good. I like that.
I can
That's
come up
good.
with 10 anytime. I came up with those.
Well,
in, like,
not
half an hour.
not 2 weeks ago when we asked, but
I think he skipped that pod,
Yeah.
didn't he?
I actually think so.
All right, making the cut.
Skipped it altogether. Eh?
Okay. Making the cut. I got provinces.
Oh boy.
So you're cutting 4 that
This is
just
a good one.
that just get erased from the earth.
And I'm pretty sure you didn't even include Quebec in this.
Oh, it's in there for an easy cut for you guys.
Quebec's beautiful.
It's provinces, not territories.
It
so
is
it's
nice.
just provinces.
It is
Based
a nice
on
province.
what? Everything?
Dealer's choice.
It's up to your
La
interpretation.
Belle Province is going to stay in for Bronel for sure, so we can go see Habs games.
So, BC, Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Saskatchewan.
All right, you got to go
Okay,
those
slower.
again.
I need to write these down.
British Columbia,
Okay.
Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Saskatchewan.
I'm keeping Alberta, Nova Scotia, PEI for sure. And my last keep, honestly, I made a joke about Quebec, but I'd almost keep that. I don't need BC. Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario are cut. Although Ontario, like, do you keep all the stuff that are in it?
No, it's all gone.
No, like if I say Ontario, like Toronto stays, and then the Raptors stay, and all that
No,
stuff.
they're gone.
No, I'm
Everything's
saying
gone.
stay.
Oh, if they stay,
Yes.
then they stay. Yeah.
Okay, then I have to keep Ontario. I want to go to Raptors and Blue Jays games. So I'm keeping Alberta for the mountains, Ontario for Toronto, and PEI and Nova Scotia are beautiful and have great golf.
That's
Okay.
a fair list.
Yep.
That's tough.
You guys are thinking I'll rip
Wow.
through mine. Like
Wow.
BC, out.
Yep.
That place sucks.
Yeah.
Ontario, sure I lose the Senators, but to lose the Leafs, worth it. Out. Quebec, no use for Quebec. Gone. And Manitoba, that place is just a dump. So it's gone too. So I'm Alberta, Saskatchewan, PEI, and Nova Scotia.
I don't think you need both PEI at Nova Scotia. So
If you've been there, you would need both.
I don't. I've never been to either of them.
PEI is pretty small, so you probably don't need it.
I just
See, I'm gonna go the other way. So I don't need those water provinces because I'm gonna keep BC because I like BC.
Fair, yeah. And warmer.
Uh,
I could get rid of PEI and put in BC, actually.
I'm keeping BC.
the people.
Alberta's nicer
Flush
at the
them down the
mountains,
toilet.
but
You have
I
to
mean,
have the
I can
mountains.
get rid of the Flames and the Oilers in one fell swoop.
You have
ya.
to keep the mountains. You have to keep the mountains. You could have the mountains in BC, but not the same.
They're close enough. Alberta's gone.
Okay.
I'm keeping Quebec, BC. I'm keeping Saskatchewan.
I think you got to keep Saskatchewan.
Fuck yeah.
Mm,
Riders, maybe.
I'll get to it. You go.
Like,
Uh,
well, we'll talk
And
when
then
we
the
get to
fourth one's tough.
Okay, well, you pick
Ontario can go.
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm gonna keep.
Got to keep.
I'm gonna
Toronto.
keep Nova Scotia. I've never been there, but I'm gonna keep it.
worth it.
Worth the
I'm
trip.
keeping BC, Quebec, Saskatchewan, and Nova Scotia.
I wanted to keep one of the East Maritimes, but didn't. Kept BC instead, so BC's staying. Alberta's staying. Mountains need them. They got some good golf
Why are you
courses.
keeping BC if you're keeping Alberta?
Cause I really enjoy
fair
BC.
point.
I really enjoy BC. I like the water. I like the ocean. People out there nice.
Pacific Ocean sucks.
Stay away from Vancouver, but keeping Manitoba because I
Tell
can't
me
get
I'm
rid of Clear Lake, and that's why Saskatchewan's a clear cut for me. Get rid of fucking Slough, blow that place up.
So you're
See ya.
keeping a shittier place and getting rid of the worst.
And then I'm going to keep Ontario because
Interesting.
there's again a lot of really good golf. I enjoy the Blue Jays. I enjoy the Raptors.
Yes.
Keep.
I thought Manitoba was cut on all four, but I
No,
knew you
I'm
would. You
keeping-
couldn't because you have
Well, they gotta-
relatives that
gotta-
listen to this.
No,
They have a million
gotta
lakes
keep
there,
it.
so
Nah.
Here's the thing: you have to keep Saskatchewan because as our world gets shittier, like
This is a good place to be.
no earthquakes, no floods. Were they going to blow this place up? There's nothing here.
I mean,
Yeah. The only thing that I've heard
plus all your family.
past-
like what happens to
Yeah.
them? Dead.
They'll just come with-
in the past, I have heard that the only reason why Saskatchewan would ever be in any type of danger is because we have a forces base, and that's conveniently where we live. Because if they were trying to get rid of stuff, they would get rid of all the forces bases. So they just like,
Well, it's a
That's
moose
just like a-
jaw problem.
yeah, that's what. But we live here.
I know, but maybe
If
move
you
on.
lived in Saskatoon, no worries. Saskatoon might be
Yeah.
other. I say this with like half-hearted smile on my face. The safest place to be. Like there's nothing. You're not close enough to the border. You're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
way northern Saskatchewan is the
Yeah.
safest place to be. Like
Yeah.
Uranium City
Yeah.
is like
Other than not having
Yeah.
any running water half the time. But anyway, that's a good list, Harv.
Yeah, tried to go non-food for a change.
And look at that. We didn't have a PGA tournament. We made it to 57 minutes.
Perfect.
non
a
food,
good-
but just went so generic with it. It's just like
It did its job, did it,
did.
not?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
we all had different lists.
I like trivia. Trivia segment. We should
Yeah.
just have like a full, like trivia, like a weekly trivia.
There you go.
Maybe not weekly.
Once
Yeah.
a month. There we go.
Once a month trivia.
Yeah.
Next
How
one will
about
be-
this? Making the cut 3 weeks a month. Trivia the
Oh,
other
making
week.
the cuts every week.
All right, sure. All right.
Next trivia will be all Steelers questions.
So we got Hero this weekend, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiger has
Straka.
some sort of a press conference Wednesday. I think he's going to announce he's not playing.
We already knows everyone's already.
Everyone
it's
already
came
said he's out.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, I was meaning for the father-son.
Oh,
Gotcha.
He's still hurt.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week to recap the Hero. And until then, it's time for us to hit the clubhouse.